It's well, it's easier to be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters.
It, being a good person matters because I'm just a, a simp, broke down back Negro, and whenever Master gives me a biscuit, I mean, whenever Master lets me on in the house and get a biscuit, I can uh, I,
And it's easier for a whole lot of people. If you're Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry if the president doesn't want you here.
because I'm going to address Muslims first because I have a deeper soul tie with Muslims. Black people we come second. We come second. If you're Muslim, and if you're in this country, you deserve a right to be in this country. Forget your paperwork. Forget where you come from. Forget what you're over here for. If you're here, you should have the right to be here.
If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president's going to be happy to have babies snatched away or send dreamers
Oh, oh my God. Let me wipe my tears. My bitch tears. I'm sorry.
back for no reason. This been,
I, this is enough. I can't continue to play this, guys. I was gonna try to play this as an intro just to have a little fun, but honestly, as a man, I just can't do this. As a man, I just cannot do this. This is horrible. This is horrible. And this is supposed to be somebody that represents me? Because if you look at this panel, this is a panel full of white men and women. And this guy is supposed to be representing me? See, I know how the media works. See, if you're new to this, you don't understand how the media works. You really think that they're here to tell you the truth and to give you information to help you and your family. No, 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 no. This is all entertainment. Enter contain mental entertainment. They're utilize look at the states in the back. Donald Trump is kicking ass in the background. Meanwhile, while they're saying that Joe Biden is elected president, that's a whole other story. But look at this simp Negro. Now, listen, any black people that's listening, any white people, I don't care what race that you're listening to. I am not racist. I just tend to go real hard on my people, especially when the white man gives you a little bit of airtime. See, a lot of Negroes don't know what to do when they get a little bit of airtime. They go to bucking the eyes, in the words of Tariq Nasheed. They go to bucking, being simp Negroes, broke back, no spine. See, they're trying to hit us with this toxic masculinity type of talk, and we cannot allow ourselves to get caught up in that. Toxic masculinity? What the hell are you talking about? This is Guerrilla Truth. And here at Guerrilla Truth, we will talk about anything and everything that is going against the people. We are not standing amongst any paradigms to where we're moving a certain type of no, 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 no. You bring it on the table, we examine it, we go through it, and we talk about it. But this right here, this is simp Negro shit right here. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try my best not to cuss on my broadcast. But sometimes when I come across things like this, I mean, this is just horrible. But I just want to show you this so you can get an understanding how everybody's pushing Joe Biden won. It's all over now. Oh yeah, it's all over. You didn't know that it was over? I thought you knew. See, so many people don't understand what's really going on. And that's why here at Guerrilla Truth, we have to give it to you and give it to you with the facts. But if you look at the media right now, everybody has their spew of what's going on. Oh, and they're using the same keywords, baseless claims. There's nothing there. Trump and his administration can't accept the laws. Trump has not accepted defeat yet. See, I've listened to NPR News, MSNBC, CNN, all of these uh, media outlets. Everybody's claiming Joe Biden's the winner. But when I go and do my research and I dig a little deeper and I look at some other social media networks that's presenting news, and then I go do my research on my own from that, I find that nobody's even been elected yet. In fact, we have one state, Georgia, just came out yesterday saying that they're going to be doing a full recount by hand all over again because the race was just too close there. Let me catch you up on what really took place. See, what took place was on the night of the election, Donald Trump was winning by a landslide, smacking Joe in all of the states, in all the key swing states, should I say, smacking Joe. Then all of a sudden, they stopped counting. Yes, you heard me correctly. They stopped counting. Let me get this simp Negro off my screen because I just can't. So yeah, so the thing was they stopped counting, and President
The
Trump,
director of the DOJ's
he was very
Election
confused.
Crimes Branch
He
has
came out and
reportedly
said himself that
resigned.
he didn't know what happened. He said me and everybody in the White House, we were all getting prepared for a big celebration, and then next thing I know, they stop us and they tell us, "Hey, we're stopping the count." And then all of a sudden, the next day, their county votes. Everybody's anticipating what's going on, what's going to happen next. The next day, they're counting votes, their county votes. Everybody's still anticipating, wondering what's going to happen next. And then Saturday comes, and President-elect Joe Biden won. Yo, listen, this is what was one of the craziest elections I witnessed in my life. And I'm saying this not to say that I'm not even gonna just say that I'm siding with anybody. I'm just saying this just as a man. Like this just something wrong went on here. I don't know what happened. But if you continue to listen to different news networks, they're all saying it's over for Donald Trump. He lost. They're not even taking into consideration that he did sue 4 states. One of them is already doing a recount in the vote, Atlanta. I don't know where the other states stand, but from what I've heard from NPR, they've dismissed the lawsuit, saying there hasn't been any voter fraud found whatsoever. But I just want you to listen. There's news clips like this all over, like this all over. Just listen to how these news reporters are just dismissing the president's claims.
Help us.
Let us bring in Paula now. She's standing by at the White House. You gave us a lot in that story, Paula, to dig through. So I'm going to start with these continued legal challenges. And I'm wondering what you're hearing from your sources in the White House. Do you get the sense that they actually think that this is a viable strategy for the president to remain in the White House? Or perhaps it's a strategy for something else? I don't know if it's to make the transition more challenging or because we have these Senate races in Georgia that are still up in the air. Just what is the point is what I'm trying to get at.
So you think he wants to make it more challenging? Do you really think that's what he wants to do, honey? He wants to make it more challenging. Do you not understand that there are hundreds of sealed indictments taking place right here that the media, you, Missy, are not reporting? That you all have the same talking points? Do you go where? Listen, what the hell happened to real journalism? What the hell happened to real journalism? I remember growing up in the world where journalism, which would to me, where I seen people that had they came up with their own information. They went out and they did the interviews with the people. They went home and they cited the resources. And they came back with the information, put the story together, and broke the story. News companies used to reach out and find those they would journalists used to take their work and leverage it to other news companies. Hey, I got a story right here. I'm gonna break the story to you. Give me X amount of dollars, or you give me this kind of notoriety in the public. They used to have the power. Now they're all looking to go work for news companies. And these news companies all share the same talking points. I mean, honestly, I have a little cousin that went to school for journalism. I actually have to have a conversation with her and ask her, how's that going? Do you find it to be difficult? Is it anybody looking to actually hire you based upon your original thought?
Sure. Well, they can accomplish several things at once. They can make the transition more difficult, undermine confidence in a Biden administration, while also trying to vigorously advocate for their client, the president. There is a universe in their minds in which these recounts come back in favor of the president, in which the Supreme Court allows them to throw out ballots in Pennsylvania that came in the 3 days following the election. And in math, yes, there is a slight.
Tucker Carlson just reported the other day that these claims were true. Newsmax just reported yesterday that these claims were true, saying that there were people that weren't even alive, ballots that were voted. That the during the election process, the people that were supposed to be watching the ballots being counted were only allowed, they said, almost 100 feet. They could only stand within 100 feet. That's like a referee. Kaylee said it the perfect other day. The secretary, press secretary, speaker of the House. Um, she said it perfectly. It was like a a referee trying to call a touchdown, but he's standing at the other side of the end zone, and they're on the goal line going in for the touchdown. But you want me to call and say that the ball broke the plane, but I'm all the way 100 yards, all the way at the other end of the field. You want me to make that call? So this is what you wanted the uh the poll watchers. This is what you wanted them to sit back and say, okay, yeah, this is a valid, but they're standing damn near 100 feet behind. They can't see these workers what they're really counting, if they're throwing away ballots, if they're writing off. There are so many different type of claims that are taking place saying that voter fraud is happening. But you go to CBSN right here, CNN, CBS, The View. It doesn't matter. All of these different stations are saying the same thing, baseless claims. What you see here, Attorney General Barr authorizes election probe. They don't like that. They're trying to put it, say, oh, Barr's helping Donald Trump. He's become his personal lawyer. No, there's just some fraud taking place, and we see what's going on.
Possibility that math would come back in favor of the president, given those 270 electoral votes. But the odds of that happening are slim. However, when you are a lawyer representing a client, you want to make sure that you give them every opportunity to redress an outcome they don't like. That includes asking for recounts. That includes filing some lawsuits. That includes, if they think they have even a chance at the Supreme Court, at least trying that avenue as well. But what we've seen overall, Anne-Marie, is that these lawsuits that they've filed have mostly been unsuccessful.
What we've seen is that they've been a success. Shut up. I hate, see, this is what gets me upset. When it comes to these Democrats and these Republicans, but mainly with the Democratic Party, it's just so much pandering, lying. In the background, you're doing the same things that you're claiming Donald Trump and his administration is doing. You guys are doing it on a bigger, deeper level. I had an interesting conversation the other day with my good friend Jeffrey Klein. He'll be on the show from time to time. You guys, this guy has a lot of good information. He gets really deep into these topics. But we were talking, excuse me, yesterday, and he was telling me how he sees all of these different news medias are just against Donald Trump as well, but that in the background, they don't even realize that a lot of these states are starting to recount. See, Atlanta just came out yesterday, and they're going through the recount. But our conversations really consisted. Me and Jeffrey really were talking more so about what is actually going on in America. Like we really feel like if there's voter fraud taking place and we hear all these different media outlets that we research and listen to saying that, yes, the president has a viable case here. Like he was really, really winning, and there are a lot of fake votes, and they actually pushed and made Biden the winner. If this is actually true, then why isn't it not coming out in the fashion that we expected to come out? Like real news would come out. You know what I'm saying? No, this is not happening. We're looking at this like, wow, the Democratic Party really has their hooks sunk deep into media, and into businesses, favors, China, everything. Like we're looking at this whole COVID-19 thing. Like, is this really something that happened by mistake, or was this a man-made situation? And one of the things he was sharing with me yesterday was that they just found out that this COVID-19, it's a little weird that it hasn't really broken down from when it first took place. If you realize what uh, diseases and things normally, what happens is not diseases, but anything like a cold or a flu strand, once it starts to go from one host to one host, after a while it gets weak and it starts to break down. What they're starting to find out with this COVID-19 um term is that it's not even breaking. It's like it's getting stronger, and the fact that it's getting stronger, that can only prove that this was done in the lab. Now, listen, I'm not an expert here. I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm just here to just put it on the table and weigh it out. You go get the information. We come back and we chop it up. But these are the things that I'm hearing. But maybe Trump will allow them to fall on their face, and then he look and say, "People, look, this is what you wanted. Is this your king?" I mean, people, be serious. I saw Joe Biden at a rally the other day, and I said, "Man, oh my God, it cannot be the president. No, this man cannot be the president." But I want you guys just to hear this because these stories are real, but you're not going to hear it from them, but you'll hear it here. Check
It's
this out.
important for people to understand, first and foremost, how insecure this system is. We have over 600,000 mail-in ballots that have been counted. Those are votes that are official in our system. We also know that we have unclean rolls, ballots that have been mailed to dead people, to people that moved out of the state, and many other people that got a dozen ballots in their homes, etc. And what the situation we have here is that 200,000 of those votes have been verified by a machine only. And we've spoken to AI and computer vision experts on this, and they have told us that the registrar reduced the signature verification standard to 40%. And they have said,
so let me interrupt you just for a second so people understand what you're talking about. It's a machine that reads a signature on an absentee or a mail-in ballot. And you're saying the claim is that people who control those machines turn them down to a lower setting so they would more readily accept a signature, even if it wasn't a perfect match. Is that the allegation?
Oh, well, that's not even an allegation. That is admitted in open court. Nobody's denying that.
Okay.
That was admitted in open court. That they were taking these at these polls, they were taking in these ballots. They had a machine that would count the ballots and read the ballot signatures. But there's some way they configure this machine to where you can turn it. Listen, this is crazy. People, this is crazy. You could turn it down so that it accept any signature. Because see, the problem is that they're saying that some of these voter ballots, these voter booths, the people that were working the booths were signing the ballots for Joe Biden and putting them into the machine. So wouldn't it make sense that they probably would want to turn it down? I gotta look into these machines. I gotta look into these machines to see what's going on, because I've never heard of anything like this. You heard it here first, really true. This is where the truth is spoken. I said I gotta give you the raw information of what's going on. He said this has been proven in court. This is not even something that they're just saying as like they're Team Trump. This has been proven in court.
They still think that it's a reliable system. And we've now been speaking to these experts, and they say that once you remove the factory setting, it takes months and months of a massive team of experts to get this back to a reliable standard. The other thing that came out in court was that this machine requires a 200 DPI setting to match the signature on the envelope and the signature on the voter file. We know from court as well that the photos in the Nevada system are well below this 200. Those two things combined cast grave doubt on the 200,000 signatures that were verified. And again, no human being went back and double checked these. Those ended up just counting. And we also have the next 400+ thousand votes that we have never looked at. And when I say that, people can't believe that.
People, do you know that December 12th is the final decision? See, right? What's happening is I shared this the other day. I'm going to pull this up on my Facebook. I shared this the other day on my Facebook. And, friends and family members, we cool, but, I got to deliver the truth. I can't be one that sits there and just goes along with the plan. I'm just going along. I'm just living my life. I just see what's going on. I'm just going to live my happy go lucky liberal life. No, I'm not that kind of person. See, here at Gorilla Truth, we have to be candid in everything that we do and who we are, especially if you're delivering truth to the people. But I shared this the other day. Of course, nobody really, but you see it, It says following the 2020 presidential election, Joe Biden was declared the president elect of the United States by the media outlets and some prominent Republicans, including former President George W. Bush. That's neither the case. All right. So, okay. Everybody said Joe Biden's the president. Cool. Let's continue to read. This is based on public election results. Oh, I thought that meant that but y'all showed me that he won the electoral college, right? I thought that Joe Biden won the electoral college 290 votes, right? No? And his victory is yet to be officially confirmed by General Services Administrations or the deciding vote of the electoral college. What? Let's hold on. It says this is based on public election results, and his victory is yet to be officially confirmed by the General Services Administration of the deciding vote of the Electoral College. So you mean to tell me the Electoral College has to vote? What the hell is going on? People see, if you don't know, listen, hold up. I don't think he was able to see that. Let me pull that up again. I'm gonna pull that up. I gotta share that screen again. I'm getting new to this get used to this new software here. So just bear with me. But look, I'm gonna show you this right here. Right here. Boom. Right here. Now you see it. Following the 2020 president. Look, this right here, you can look this up on Wikipedia. This is where I found this at. People, the president has not been elected yet. There hasn't been a president elect yet. So this is what I want you to do. I just wanted to do a quick show this morning. I really want you to do your due diligence. I want you to continue to lock in here. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube, Gorilla Truth. Facebook and YouTube. I ask that you like, you share, subscribe, comment, share with me. Send me information. I really want to build this platform. I really want to get to the crux of what's really taking place in government. I'm learning along this way. So anything that you share, it'll definitely be a help to me and in the rest of the team that we're building here at Gorilla Truth. Get deeper as well. I have another show called Beyond Belief. So this is tied to Beyond Belief. And Beyond Belief, we get way deeper into what's really taking place. But here we would just want to see what's taking place with policy on Gorilla Truth. We want to look at some news clips and we want to find some contradicting things and see what's really going on in our government. So continue to lock in, continue to be around. And I thank you for tuning in and tuning out. Peace.